Hey guys, it's Vinny. So I want to do a really quick video on kind of talking about one of my own bad hair experiences. And this occurred about, let's see, 16, almost 3 years ago. It's about 2.5 years since I last got a keratin treatment. And overall, what had happened was the treatment itself was good, but I didn't consider what could be the long-term effects of it. And it was one of the express keratin treatments by Lazio. And I don't think it was anything against the brand per se, but after the treatment, this is after a few haircuts and trims, I'm left with about this much hair that still has the treatment on it. And if you can see at the ends are still very limp. So this is something to consider when you get a keratin treatment. It will not make your hair permanently straight, but it reduces a lot of the curl, and as a result, your curl is not going to go back to its original form. This is because keratin treatments are known as being semi-permanent, and that semi is a really big word because actually I would actually consider keratin to be considered demi-permanent because there is some kind of change going on, but we just call them semi-permanent. That change from the hot iron at 450 degrees being passed over the hair about 10 times in my case will result in permanent bond breakage. And as a result, your curls can fall limp or be very smooth. And I had to deal with limp hair for a while. Another thing to consider is that keratin treatments will drive out moisture. And my hair before had been bleached and colored multiple times. So after the keratin treatment, I actually saw a noticeable difference just because of the high heat, that my color that was once a really nice level 5 cool tone red was about a level 6 or 7. It was orangey, kind of faded and brassy. And that was because the keratin treatment had burned off the color. So if you are looking to go slightly lighter with your hair color, and you also don't like the frizz, a keratin treatment may be good in that respect as it will burn off some of the color. But you also have to be mindful when you go to recolor your hair may be a bit porous, or that it may grab the color very quickly after a keratin treatment. So I didn't have like a super fail. It's just that I missed my natural texture, and when I grew it out, I had to deal with some frizzy roots and some waves that were up here, but the rest of it was very limp. And at one point I had wavy hair, and then it was limp and flat, and kind of like, it almost looked like I had my hair permed up here and then permanently straightened here. And at one point I've had a few people ask, did I intentionally make my hair half curly, half straight? And the answer was no. However, I lucked out because that is one of the current trends, is that like undone wave look where it's kind of curly but kind of smooth, the slightly undone but cool looking hair. So I lucked out in that respect, and it didn't look bad, but it wasn't what I intended to want to go with. So this is just, I actually kind of want to hear from my viewers. Have you guys ever had a keratin treatment that went bad? I know other things that can go bad during a keratin treatment is the fumes. You could have a reaction. If the stylist isn't careful and they apply it to your scalp, you can get some irritation and itching. Or if they're using the wrong temperature setting of the iron, you can actually get breakage. I remember when keratin first came out, and we all thought 450 was a magical number. Well, we didn't take into account that some people have colored hair, and as a result, that can lead to some extreme breakage and damage. So if you do have color-treated hair, highlighted hair, bleached hair, you may have to use a temperature as low as 350 to get the desired result, as someone with virgin hair or first-time colored hair that's in pretty good condition that would normally warrant using 450 degrees. I didn't experience any hair loss. I did experience my hair smelling very funky after the treatment. It smelled like Fritos, and when I rinsed it, you can kind of see the gas kind of come off too. It stunk. I actually waited over 3 days to wash it just so it really stuck into place. Another thing that can go wrong, if you just do your keratin treatment, even if it isn't express, and you put your hair up in a tight ponytail or man bun, that can actually cause a canker or a kink in the hair, and your hair will actually reharden in a nice kink shape that looks hideous. So be very careful of that. So like, comment, hit that subscribe button down below. I look forward to hearing to your stories if you've ever had a keratin treatment go wrong or know someone that did. I'll try to make light of it if you guys ask questions about it. So I'll see you guys soon for upcoming videos.